Now this is the 20 states of the Tour de France, and for now the classification have been set. It looks like that the Contador cannot get in the podium place, but everything can happen in a stage like this. But for now, our goal is just to don't lose this place to Pierre Roland. That would be a very bad thing to do. The objective is, of course, to try to get the most out of the stage as possible. But as you see, this is a short stage, but a stage that can make a difference still. We can try to do an attack, or we can try to control the peloton. It's gonna be tough, but we're trying to do it. The main objective is, of course, to make sure Contador don't lose too much energy before the last climb, but also trying to do something extraordinary. That means we have to do some attacks or something you wouldn't expect. But again, we don't have any riders who actually can go for the GC either, or threat some of the other captains. So our main goal is to get Contador over the first climb, try to put Micah in the Contador jersey, let him retain it. The problem is here, you see Contador's form is very bad. His daily form is low. So there's only one thing we can do. Protect him. Micah should try to go on a breakaway now, because the first downhill section could be his advantage before the first two climbs. And here we go.
Hello everyone. The legendary Alpe d'Huez climb will be the decider today. But before getting there, the riders must first climb the Télégraphe on the Galibier, a short and relentless stage that promises to be a great show.
This is actually a stage that's gonna be remodified.
Today we have no choice. This is a crucial stage for the overall standings, and we're going to have to attack if we want to make up our arrears.
We don't drive over the Télégraphe.
And do your best.
Shut up. We don't drive over the...
That's good enough, lads. There's no
Shut
way
the
we can
fuck
lose
up.
the green jersey today. It's good.
30
the
seconds
stage is in real life being changed, so we are not going over the Télégraphe. It's going a different way now. But we're looking forward to see how it's going to end.
After a downhill start, the riders will begin climbing towards the Col du Galibier after only 15 kilometers in the saddle.
It's looking good. You've got over a minute's lead on the peloton. It looks like you're going it alone. Good luck.
Rafał Majka is a pure climber. His winning of 2 stages on the Contador jersey in the 2014 Tour de France has given rise to great expectations for the coming years.
Okay, we'll gently relay. Okay, I'll protect him.
You're 1 minute 30 ahead of the peloton. It's looking good.
It looks like he can get a good advantage here. But he's not threat for the all classifications, so it doesn't matter. It's only the Contador jersey. He should try to retain it.
He can try to score climber points or aim for the stage win.
And there will probably come some attack already here. We just have to see.
The Col du Télégraphe is an 11.9 kilometer climb at an average of 7.1%.
I'll relay.
Put some relay
Attack
on.
at the head of the peloton.
You should perhaps be waiting for the group behind. It will be easier if there are several of you.
Attack at the head of the peloton.
Okay, I'll protect him.
Just try to
So
make
I
sure
regain my carte
he
blanche.
don't use any energy at all.
Okay, I'll take it easy to the finish. I'll relay.
We try to put some pressure on already. Maybe it's too early. We will see.
There will be 10 points to be gleaned for the mountain standings at the top of the Telegraph.
I'll relay.
Maximum forward.
He does well on short climbs, but he can't really rely on his sprint qualities to hope for a win.
A teammate is beginning to lose touch.
Yeah, we know that, and that's very good.
His best chance of victory is to try a breakaway from far out. He's a good climber. He's a good climber puncher over any kind of obstacle.
There's plenty of damage at the back of the peloton. It will be a long day in the saddle for those who fall behind.
He's a pure climber, able to follow the very best when he's in shape.
It's about 3 kilometers to the top. We put some acceleration on. For now, we just relax.
Even if he's fairly effective in the mountains, he's thought of more as a puncher.
few minutes for the top. I'll put some acceleration on.
You are 2 kilometers from the summit. Watch your opponents. You seem to be the best climber in the group. You should be able to move to the front.
Riders will hardly have time to catch their breath. Only 5 kilometers separate the top of Télégraphe from the foot of the Galibier.
Here's the positions over the last climb. Excellent. You increase your lead on the overall climber standings.
The old dot is not looking good.
Okay, I'm coming to protect you. Understood.
This could be a... There can probably come some attack right here.
The time gap between the peloton and the escapees is stationary. The front of the race begins the ascent of the Galibier. It's a highly erratic climb. Percentages vary greatly, and it's very difficult to find the right pace. An ascension for thoroughbred climbers.
We try to do something on...
The percentages encountered during the
Try to
first
put,
half of the ascent
rudders in
are
front of the
comparatively
group now.
acceptable, the slope rarely exceeding 8%. However, the second half is much more demanding, with kilometers at more than 9% and even 10% for the final one. The breakaway can't widen the gap.
We should try to isolate some of the think of Ascent riders. That will be most logic. What we have to see. Just when you rise to above 6%, we are going to do more acceleration. Like now. It could hurt.
He's the best placed in the overall standings amongst those at the head of the race.
Should end with 50 riders before we reach the top. Or less. That would be more optimal. We just
The
have to
gap
see.
with the yellow jersey is melting away. The escapees will have difficulties going all the way.
Tempo is increasing at the head of the race. The breakaway riders will try and manage the time gap.
Steady pace. And now it's flattening out a little. You're going down in gear. Put some more air in.
The breakaway is increasing its lead over the yellow jersey, but there's no worry as it contains no big guns for the overall standings.
Michael Rogers are trying to control the peloton and set the pace. Not too high right now. He's trying to get more air in.
The leaders are on to the second part of the
And
Galibier,
then he
the most
probably would set
tortuous stretch of the Col, including the last kilometre at over 10%.
8%, 9%, and now the acceleration is gone. Not the highest gear, but he doing some hurting some of the riders. I think Maga is still trying to get the AC climb. He can do it. Faster that the peloton can follow. It looked like Nibali only got 3 or 4 helpers left. It's looking good.
Understood.
He's the best placed in the overall standings amongst those at the head of the race.
And we accelerate again.
The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
The Galibier is obviously classified all category. Points are therefore to be had for the first 10 at the top. The first one will pocket 25 points.
People are falling behind now. good place right now. Micah has 2 kilometers from the top.
He's punctured his front wheel. His teammates will wait for him. He's their leader.
But lost. It's good.
The front of the race is 2 kilometers from the summit.
And now you can push on and put in pressure on.
The leaders will soon be at the top. Another 1 kilometer, but beware. It's probably the most difficult.
Come on, Micah, you can do it.
Here's the positions over the last climb.
Go, Micah. Micah's at the top right there.
The descent, which takes the riders to Bourg-d'Oisans, is a long one. They'll have to remain alert because there are some tricky bends to negotiate, especially in the first part.